Hey everybody, it's Mrs. Ross and
William.
And we are here today to sort of further expand on our sugar-eating fungus from our Harry Potter video. So if you haven't watched that video, we're going to link it in the description down below. But we watched some sugar-eating fungus actually blow up a balloon. So you probably didn't think that was possible, but it happened.
You would if you watched the video.
That's true. So today we're going to see what happens when this sugar-eating fungus is used in a different way. So the last time, the bubbles that it created went into blowing up a balloon. So we're going to use our sugar-eating fungus is our yeast. So we're actually going to make some bread today. So we're going to show you how all of these things work together to make bread. So William's going to dump in, he's got a cup of flour, perfect, he's got a quarter cup of sugar,
That's a lot of sugar.
and he has 1 yeast packet. All right.
Whoops. It slipped.
Okay, so we've got those things in there. Do you want to get these a little mixed together?
Oh, we're gonna mix them?
Yeah, just a little bit. And then we're going to pour a cup of warm water in here. So this is going to activate the yeast, which basically means get it going. So, I'll let
Get
you...
rise.
That's
I
right.
think. I'm not a yeast professional.
Okay, so there's our water. So you're going to want to do a couple of things. So you're going to want to make sure that this gets sealed, but then as you do it, you're going to want to squeeze the water, or squeeze the air out of it, not the water.
Unless you want a big mess you want to clean up. If you like cleaning up messes,
Then
you can
squeeze the water out.
out.
Okay, can you kind of massage that all together for a little while?
Whoa, can you hold it up
Yep.
while I do it?
Yep. Just kind of mix it all together. There we go. So this is a chemical reaction that takes a little bit of time. So we're actually going to let the yeast rest for about 10 minutes, and then we're going to come back and show you the next steps. So the yeast needs to, we call it proofing, so it kind of wakes it up and gets it going. So we're going to leave the yeast and let it do that, and then we're going to come back in a few minutes and we'll show you where we're going next. So we let our yeast proof for about 10 minutes. And you can see some bubbles in here, right, William? Do you see some bubbles in there that we didn't see before? And it just generally takes up a little more space than it did before we started. So we're going to do a couple of steps now. It's almost ready to go in the oven. It's a few more steps, but it's getting there. So William has flour and a little bit of salt. So a cup of flour and a little bit of salt. He's going to dump that in. Go. And he's actually going to dump in a quarter cup of melted butter as well.
All of it?
Yep.
I don't want to mess this
No,
up.
you're
It's a
good.
big bowl.
It is a big bowl.
Oh, is all of it there? Gone?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So we're going to seal this up again. And again, we're going to squeeze most of the air out of it. So that just mostly so we don't pop it this time. And I'm going to get you to mix that up for us.
Okay.
Just so the butter and the flour get all mixed in together with the wet stuff. Okay, so things are starting to get mixed up now. They're all getting mixed together. So we're actually going to put our last cup of flour in. So can you put this one in?
Not fully.
No. Okay, just getting the air out. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to mix this in, and then we're actually going to start doing the kneading process. So we'll talk about that in just a minute. So we're going to get this going. Okay, so now we're at the fun part. So we've mixed everything together in the bag, so we made sure it was all mixed together well. So now we're actually kneading the bread. So we're kind of think of it as like a massage for the bread. So we're gonna do that for about 10 minutes. Then we're gonna put it in our loaf pan, which we greased ahead of time. And then we're actually just gonna let it sit for 45 minutes. So that yeast, it likes to take its time, it likes to relax. So we're gonna give it lots of time to relax.
Relaxation station.
Exactly. So here we go. We're gonna just stop for a minute. Well, we'll stop the video. William's gonna keep going. Okay, so William has been furiously kneading the bread here for about 6 minutes. And it looks to be pretty good. So, William, what do you notice the biggest difference from when you started till now?
It's heavier.
Does it feel heavier?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Pick it up, it actually takes effort.
Okay. So at this point, like I said before, we greased our loaf pan. So I'm going to get you just to put that in there. Perfect. We are going to cover it with a tea towel, and we're going to put it on top of our stove. So our oven is turned on, but we're not putting it in the oven just yet. So remember that yeast, it likes to relax a lot. So we're going to let it relax for about 45 minutes. Okay, so here is our bread after we've let it sit for about 45 minutes. And now we're going to bake it in the oven at 375 for another 45 minutes. So as you can tell, this is not a super fast process, but it does take time. So there it goes into the oven, and we will see you in 45 minutes. So 25 minutes in the oven, and ta-da, we have bread. So that sugar-eating fungus can do lots of things. It can blow up balloons, and it can also make delicious, delicious bread. So we will put the recipe down below for the recipe that we used, and we hope you're able to give this a try.